Hello?
Hi, babe.
Hey. I'm recording the video. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Hey, y'all. So today I am going to be talking to you about my military life and how I transitioned into it. I would say about 2 months ago, I posted on my Instagram at Divinely Ayana and on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. I asked my social media family and friends to give me suggestions on topics that they would love to hear about, or anything, any type of content that they're curious about or want to get to know me better with. And one of my friends said, how did you transition into the military life? And I said, that is a damn good question. So just a really quick background about myself. I came from a family where I was always taught that you go to school, you go to college, you find a major that's going to transition into an amazing career, you escalate up in your career field, you build your empire from that, get a family, travel, all of those things. To make a long story short, all those things did happen. But then along came Spider and sat down beside her, and his name was Martez. So as hubby comes along, hubby tells me, we were dating at the time, that he's joining the military, and me being the person that I am, I supported it. What I did not know was all that came with being in the military, because again, my background in my family, you were taught something else. You weren't taught join the military. It wasn't within the culture of my immediate family. I had no idea what we were getting involved with. So there were a lot of things happening during that transition time. I did not realize that I was transitioning as a woman, as a person, as a wife, as a friend. I was actually changing and growing through all of this. Now that we're 6 years in, I realized all of the growth I've made being a military spouse, and how different it would have been if I was still at home working in the physical therapy and dance career field. It would be a different Ayana, so no matter what life throws at you, no matter what yeses you say and take, those experiences, those things that are for you are for you. So my transition was tough. I'm not even gonna lie. It was very, very, very tough. However, I did learn quickly, which is usually my thing. I'm a very, very quick learner. I did learn quickly how to use my resources to get what I needed. But I also think that my transition was tough because our very first duty station was in Germany. So not only did I have to learn Army life and being a military spouse, but I also had to learn a whole new culture and how to reside in another country. I wasn't there for a visit. I wasn't there just for a weekend tour. No, we lived there for 3 years, and I had to survive. You have to learn how to research. You have to learn how to network to get your needs met. That's pretty much the key to survival, I feel like, when transitioning into military life. And as time goes on throughout your husband's career, you will begin to learn that no matter where you go, you'll know how to adapt. You'll know how to transition. You'll know how to break down some barriers that are going to come your way. You'll learn how to become resilient. You are going to be a resilient human being. Your kids are going to be resilient, because there's so many variables and there's so many factors that are thrown at you when you're a part of the military. So with that being said, here are some of the things that I did that helped my transition. And again, this is just my opinion. Everyone's story is different because we are all different people. We all react differently to different situations. However, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like this is too much, if you're feeling like I can't, I don't know, all of those negative feelings, there's a way. So let me tell you. Rule number 1, continue to pursue your own needs, wants, dreams, goals, aspirations. Don't stop. Don't stop. Yes, it's going to be challenging trying to find time for you. But even if that time is between 4 and 6 a.m., even if that time is when your husband then went to sleep at the end of the night and you still feel like you got a little energy, take that hour or two to do you. Military, for some reason, has a way of like overshadowing that for the spouse, in my opinion, because the center of attention is just the husband. Or if you are a man and your wife is active duty, the center of attention is just the wife. It's always like the active duty member. You know what they need, where they need to go, where they about to go, what clothes they need to buy, what gear they need now, what news they just heard, you know. So all of that energy is focused on them. What about you? You're human too. You matter also. Don't forget that. So take time out to pursue your own dreams and aspirations. A lot of people that I have come into connection with throughout the military has gone back to school, has started new careers, gotten jobs in fields that they never thought they would work in. So don't shy away from the possibilities. Another thing that helped my transition was having hobbies that can travel with me wherever I go. Crocheting, YouTubing, doing hair, doing makeup, being a dance teacher. Channel in to a hobby, a specialty, a talent that you may have that you know you can give back to the military community. A lot of spouses become direct sales representatives. That is wonderful. It gives you something to do. My other tip is to know your resources. There are a lot of resources out there. For Army, we call it ACS, Army Community Services. They have so many resources, especially overseas. You go to their office and there's everything at your fingertips. Couponing, trips, this, and I mean like mommy to be classes, hospital tour, like you, literally anything. You ask them, they'll make it happen for you. Know your resources. Know that you can go back to school. You can utilize certain benefits to get certifications in certain careers and things of that such. So as you're adapting as a spouse into your husband adapting into active duty, yes, you want to take that time to, okay, we need to find our piece. And then once you find your core and your connection and you're meshing and working as a team, as a unit, then you can kind of start to focus on your own personal needs. The other thing that I have to consistently tell myself to this day, 6 years later, with transitioning with the military, is stop being hard on yourself. If you're someone like me that is a perfect patty, everything needs to be this way, that way, type A personality, I embrace that. I love that about myself. But I also have to remind myself that it's okay. Pump your brakes. Everything's going to be taken care of. You know it's going to work itself out in the end. A part of that transition is breathing, meditating, praying, whatever it is you need to do to know that it's going to be okay. You have to keep faith, and you have to know that there is not one superhero military spouse out there. The next thing is your marriage. Marriage alone is hard work. Marriage in the military is double, triple, quadruple the hard work. It is. You know why? Because the demands of the military on the active duty member is hard. And then sometimes they bring all of that home and you're sitting there like, hey, look at me. I'm here. You want to do this? You want to do that? And they're just like mentally drained, mentally done, blah, blah, blah. Like I can go on and on. So with that being said, make your marriage a priority. Whether it's a weekend thing that you guys do, date night, whether it's twice a month that you do something, whether you're signing up for every marriage retreat that's out there, make your marriage a priority. The effort counts. My next suggestion is have a battle buddy. You need a battle buddy. It's very challenging finding friends, genuine, loving, understanding, committed friends. It's very hard because you are entering a world of different people. I mean, like a lot of different people. Think about how it is if you ever went to college. You went away to college, you move into a dorm room with a bunch of strangers, or you're in a classroom with 400 people with a bunch of strangers. Well, this is similar but totally different because we're not in school. We're actually living life. We're playing the game of life right now. Hello, and I need friends. Yeah, making friends, meeting friends, it's very challenging. Friends are always coming and going. Your hometown friends live so far away. They don't have the money to come visit you. You don't have the money to go visit them. It's a lot. Your priority is your family and not your friends. It's very challenging. But I will say this, you need a listening ear. You want to make sure that listening ear is someone that you can trust 1,000%. And you want to make sure that listening ear is genuine and there for you and committed to the friendship. And my last, but for now, my last recommendation is to be flexible. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Please stop complaining. Just stop. Learning to adapt to change is your best survival skill. Put it in your toolkit. Don't forget I told you, because change is inevitable when it comes to literally almost anything. But this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Because I'm going to give you a personal story. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. We sit back and we always look or hear stories about something happening to someone else, and you're like, oh my God, I feel so sorry. I'll pray for them. And then when it happens to you, you act like you don't know how to adapt. Yeah, that's me. Hello. My husband recently got injured. Actually, it's been a year. And then he had to go back and get surgery done again. And we found out some new information during that surgery. Seriously, stop throwing all the brick houses my way, because I just can't take it anymore. But I have to remember my survival skill. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. I have to adapt. So no matter what we go through with this lifestyle, we have each other. We trust each other, we love each other, we support each other, and we know that no matter what, we're going to continue to climb this rope and ladder together. So boom, that's pretty much it. So that's how I transitioned, and I'm continuing to transition throughout this life, and it's not easy at all, but I definitely stay optimistic. I stay positive, and when I am down, I always go to my listening ear. She knows who she is, and I have friends out there that will hit me up and say, hey girl, it's okay, I see you, it's okay, breathe, left foot, right foot, left foot, step. You are gonna be okay. So that's that. I'm not gonna make this video long because you know me. I want you to watch the whole thing. I ain't trying to be here for 15 minutes talking to you. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions about how to transition or how I transitioned during military, drop them below in the comment box. Don't forget to do what? Subscribe. And I'll check y'all back in the next video. Peace.